Now, Theresa May will meet leaders from Caribbean states this week to discuss concerns over the so-called Windrush generation who are facing possible deportation from the UK. Earlier, the International Development Secretary, Penny Mordaunt, said the government must do a better job of reassuring people affected. Recent changes to immigration rules mean thousands of people who arrived from the Caribbean with their parents after 1948 must now prove they have the right paperwork to remain here in the UK. Here's our political correspondent, Eleanor Garnier.
The Empire Windrush brings to Britain 500 Jamaicans. Many are ex-servicemen who know England. They served this country well.
They came in their thousands, known as the Windrush generation, the first wave of Commonwealth immigration 70 years ago. But there's concern many now face deportation and are being denied access to public services because of paperwork issues and problems proving they're in the UK legally.
There are some really heartbreaking stories, and what is really important to me is that we get this right going forward and that we work to make sure that those who haven't got a biometric residence card be helped to apply, be able to talk through their story in the UK as opposed to being asked to produce 4 pieces of evidence per year. And I want to say to them, we really value you and we want to make this as easy as we possibly can.
As the Commonwealth heads of government major summit starts in London, the plight of the Windrush generation is causing mounting controversy.
Because of changes in Home Office policy in 2012, they're being considered illegal immigrants. They're being shut out of the system, denied the opportunity to work, to access government services, national insurance, housing, benefits, the like. Some have been detained, others have been deported.
And it's not just a diplomatic problem, but a political one too. A cross-party group of 140 MPs has written to the Prime Minister calling the situation grotesque, immoral and inhumane.
The Home Secretary should now intervene, get a grip of her department and at the same time make a clear statement that those who've got blameless records, they should be given those assurances straight away and not being treated, quite frankly, in the abominable way in which they're being treated.
It's characteristic of the Home Office. It was accused of not being fit for purpose over a decade ago, and it seems to mishandle these sorts of issues consistently. And it's so important that the interests of individuals come ahead of those of the bureaucracy.
After an invitation to meet with Caribbean leaders was initially rejected, Number 10 now says the Prime Minister will see them, adding that Theresa May deeply values the contribution made by those affected, insisting the government will make sure support is in place to help people through the process.
London is the place for me.
But for those who've been here for decades and call the UK their home, until their own situation is sorted, uncertainty will remain. Eleanor Garnier, BBC News, Westminster.